So what I'll be teaching today is how you come into working the low back, that you're not doing just an arc, but that you're actually lifting from the pelvic floor, which is kind of like SI joint right in here. So,
that sounds good.
Yeah, good. The hard for most people is to jam in here. They don't know how to lift from the deep pelvic floor. So that's what I'm going to come into and really emphasize, because I love the feeling and how much it changes the back. So, okay, great. So we'll start at the front of the mat, and let's start with the balls of the feet together. Have the heels apart, so coming right into Tadasana, mountain pose. And you can take the hands right down to the sides. Reach the hands down to the floor. Press the shoulder blades back, so you're opening right in through the throat. And then rise from the crown of the head. Feel the beautiful reach right up from the top of the hand. Take a moment to center. Feel the breath. Feel the belly rise as you inhale, and at the same time, keep the belly lifted. So you've got that space in the ribs and the hips, and you've got a nice long spine. And one more breath, centering, coming into this moment, forgetting technology. And we'll come right into the first salutation. So breathing in, bring the arms up overhead, bring the palms together, gazing up. Exhale, slowly fold into your forward bend, first salutation, gentle. And then breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, plank the hands, step the legs back. Let's turn to the left to come into side plank. Take an inhale, opening the chest. Now take that arm in line with the ear, get a beautiful reach, lengthen from the waist. Take an extra breath here, so you lengthen. Now really press this left foot down so you feel the length from the side waist, and then take the arm up again and then take the arm back. Keep the chin in and lift the eyes up, coming to the ceiling with the eyes, and take an extra breath again, opening the ribs. And then you can take that arm down. Let's rotate to the other side. Take an in breath, opening the chest. Take the arm in line with the ear, lengthen from the waist, really pointing that top toe down as you lift and lengthen from the waist. Beautiful reach. Lengthen, lengthen. And then take the arm up again. Let the arm softly fall back. Make sure the shoulder blade is down. That feeling of the shoulder blade coming down, by the way, and I'm showing you from the back side, is that it feels like you're squeezing an orange under your armpit at the back. And that helps to really get the chest to open because the shoulder comes down. One more breath. And then you can take the hands right underneath the shoulders. Reach the heels up. Come into plank. Stay in the plank to create some heat. Press the heels back. The inner thighs are moving towards the ceiling. Center the hips so you feel the belly button is coming down towards the floor. Now take the legs wide and reach the heels out, pulling up from the core. Try not to move anything, belly button or hips. And then take the feet together again. And last time, come wide. Reach the heels out. And then come on together. Now let's bend the knees. Keep the toes tucked. Push up and press the pubic bone forward. Now point the toes. Press the baby toe side down. Breathe in, gaze ahead. And feel like you're pulling the palms back. You're pressing the heels and the palms and the fingers down. You're gazing ahead. And then press the tops of the feet down strongly so you really come into the legs. And then breathe in. Come on up. Exhale back into child's pose. Release the weight of the forehead down. The palms are forward. When you exhale, you really pull the core in. And the fingers are reaching out and palming the floor as the shoulder blades slide in. And then just do a little giggle. And again. Good, so the core gets in, and then come on back up, and come on into all fours position. Take the toes under, take an inhale, lift, arc the back, lift the eyes, exhale, rise into your downward dog. Let the heels drop, pulling up through the inner thighs. The head dangles. And as you move the inner thighs back, pull the lower belly up as high as you can. So you've got the maximum lower abdominal stretch And then just turn the head gently from side to side to release the neck. The head is really heavy. And 2 more breaths in downward dog, lengthening the spine. Keep the spine actively lengthening back. Good, now just before we come forward, go into another giggle again. So there's your low core, and that's what we're going to be really activating today. Now come up onto the tiptoes, gaze up, and then step the feet forward to the hands. Come on, halfway up, flat back as you reach out. Exhale, fold forward bend. And then breath in, breathe the arms up overhead, bring the palms together. Exhale, draw to center. And we'll continue into the next one. Inhale, gazing up, open through the chest. Now stay here for a moment. Press the palms and pinkies especially together. Slide the shoulder blades down. Make sure the neck is comfortable. The eyes are lifted. The tip of the tongue is resting behind the top front teeth. Now pull up from the belly, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Reach for keep the shoulders down. Okay, good. Now take an inhale. Here we go. Exhale, swan dive the arms out as you come into your forward fold. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jump or step the legs back. Turn into your side plank, opening the chest, big breath. And then once again, take the arm in line with the ear, give a beautiful reach to the side of the waist. We're reaching, and then take the arm up, and one more time, draw the arm back. Keep the chin in as you lift the eyes. The shoulder blade is back. And then here we go, come on, right back. Down, press to the other side. Extend that top ankle out. Reach. Take the arm in line with the ear. Lengthen from the side waist, that top toe pressing down to anchor. Beautiful, beautiful reach with the arm. And then come on back up to the ceiling. Let that arm come back. You're opening through the chest and the breath is steady. Breathing. And then you can come on all the way down. Now take the heels out. Come on into the plank. See if you can be really, really steady. Pull the belly button up. Press the heels back. Now step the feet together. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Outside edge of that foot. Keep the belly up. Do your giggle. Do a little. And then come on back to the center. Rotate to the other side. Pull up. Again, giggle. And then come on back to the center. You can giggle on command, you can take care of any stress. And now you bend the knees, you keep the toes tucked under, push the pubic bone forward. And then you can press the tops of the feet down, bring the elbows in, gazing ahead. Stay with your breathing. Now you're pressing the tops of the feet down, and then take the arms alongside the body. Reach the hands down and keep using that press of the feet down to open the upper body. Because it's like you're pressing the spoon of the spoon down. The tail of the spoon is coming up, which is your chin. And you're reaching the hands down. Stay with the breathing. Open the chest and the rib cage. It's a tiny lift. Pressing pubic bone down, pressing tops of feet down. Now interlace the fingers. Take the hands down a little further to pull the shoulder blades back. Breathing in and out through the nose. One more breath. You can hear my throat is a bit tight. Sometimes you'll find that. And then you can exhale, release. Take the hands beside the chest. Take an inhale. And then exhale, child's pose the bum back. Release the weight of the forehead to the floor. And then just do a little shift side to side with the bum bones. Lengthening in the spine, releasing in there. Breathing steadily. And then you can come on back up. Now taking the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, arc the back, lift the eyes, and then exhale and rise into downward dog. Again, the bum bones are pulling up, send the inner thighs back. Let the heels fall and the shoulder blades come down the back as you palm the floor. Stay with your breathing. Lengthen the spine. Do any little shifts you need to do from side to side in order to stretch and lengthen the back. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, and then we're going to come right back down onto the knees into tabletop position. Here we go. Now center, bend onto the knees. Take the left arm across, keep the toes tucked. And then inhale, child's pose the bum back. Release the forehead to the floor. Breathing. Pull the bum back, get the palm way out there. Take in another deep breath. Expand in through the shoulder girdle. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. Now take the right arm across, reach out there, exhale, release the forehead to the floor. Expand, reaching the hand out there. Notice the core is pulling in. Stay with a nice deep expanding breath. Okay, great. And now come on back up. Now having the hands right underneath the shoulders, just point the toes this time. And now exhale, round into cat round. Stay in cat round and keep looking straight back. Now there's lots of space in between the shoulder blades. Breathing. And then inhale, gaze up, lift the eyes. And then you can exhale round, pressing once again the tops of the feet down. And then inhale again, gazing up, lift the eyes. And then exhale and round. Lovely. And now come on to a flat back position. Tuck the toes under and take the palms forward a foot. Take an inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale, rise into your downward dog. Step the feet in to get into a full lift of the hips. Take 2 breaths to pull the bum up and back and lengthen the back. Keep letting the heels fall, the inner thighs move back. Stay into nice full breaths. Lengthening the spine. Okay, now gaze up, tiptoes, and then step both feet in between the hands. Come on, halfway up, flat back. I paused there because I was going to do something else, but let's go into forward bend and stay here. Now take the hands on either side of the feet or in front. Take the feet hip width apart. Breathe in, gaze up, nice flat back as you lift the chin, and then exhale and fold into a strong forward bend. Keep on pulling up from the core in the fold, and make sure you can shift towards the fronts of the feet. So you have the bum lifting, the inner thighs moving back. Stay with your breathing. And now come back up, take the hands out of foot, come up onto fingertips. Gaze up and lift the chin and pull the bum back. The core really pulls up. And as you send the bum bones back, the shoulder blades slide down. Back lifting, pull up from the core. And now take the hands beside the feet. Take the left leg back. Bend down onto the left knee. Lift from the rib cage. Now tuck the tailbone under. Open through the rib cage. Lengthen from the spine. Get a wonderful lift as you extend. And see if you can really have that tailbone tuck. So you're not slightly here, but you're actually tucking and opening up and through the hip flexor here. Press the palms together and then keep the shoulder blades sliding down. Now, in breath, pull up, pull up, pull up. Actively lift the palms as high as you can, but the shoulders are down. And then you're going to turn to your right and open from the chest. Keep that front right knee directing forward so it doesn't swing out, and you stay squared forward. Open the chest, lift the ribs, lift. Here we go, take that left arm down. Press into the left arm, gazing to the right, and let that back left leg be active. Okay, good. Turn that arm back a little further. This is kind of cheating, just gives you a bit of more of a rotation. And then you can take that hand down, take it onto the inside, look up, activate the back leg, reach the heel back. Leg is strong, the front right knee is tucked into the torso. You're gazing ahead and your back is flat, pressing the palms down, the core is strong and pulled up. Okay, just take a few breaths here. Breathe in and out through the nose to get that back leg activated. Keep that front right knee tucked in. Strong, strong, strong. One more breath. Great. Now we'll take that back knee down. Take the left hand wide, right hand on the other side. And now lift the torso again. Change legs. Take the right leg back. I know that one's hard. Keep the bum high. Step forward. Look up. Come up onto fingertips for a moment and straighten that back leg. Reaching that back right heel back as you lift through the torso. And now duck down. Press that right knee down. Lift from the rib cage as you open. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Lift, extend, pulling up. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Lift and pull up from the core. Lengthening from the spine. Press the palms together. Lift, open the chest. Rise from the rib cage. Now turn to the left and keep the knee from rotating out. So you keep the hips squared. Lift from the rib cage. Gazing back, rise from the crown of the head, and keep the rib cage pulling up as you turn and rotate. And one more breath, keep that rise, so try not to dump anything. You want to feel that Uddiyana Bandha, and that gives you just the greatest rise from the spine. And then you exhale down and breathe in, lift to the left, activate that back right leg. And again, the front left knee stays directed forward. The chest is open. The day is starting. You can start to see that beautiful blue sky starting back there. And open through the chest. Breath, breath, breath. Okay, take that hand down. Take the right hand wide, left hand on the inside. Bend that back knee down again. And now, take that left leg to the outside. And you're going to press down through the left foot. Walk in through the body, lift from the ribcage. Just place the hands on the hips and pull up from the core. You can point the back toes or have them pointed as I am, or you might, have them tucked under, or you might point. I just love to emphasize a stronger activation of the kneecap. It can be uncomfortable, so just see if that's okay. And then take an in-breath, gaze up, and if it isn't, then point the toe. Rise out of that right side. You're lifting from the ribs. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. I'm going to show you from the side because I want you to get a really good rise. You want to lift out from here, so not kind of sort of really rise. Open from the chest. Extend that arm out. And then you can take the arm down. Now from here, just take the hands down. Take that left leg in, take the right leg out. Press through the foot, lift from the rib cage, lengthen from the spine. Open, extend up as you lift the rib cage. Pulling up, and again, either toes pointed, if that's okay with the knee, and lift and lengthen because it can give a sharper protrusion of the patella, kneecap. And you're rising and rising and rising out from that side. Stretch these strings, the guitar string activators right here, coming out right from the side of the pelvis. And then you can take that arm down, take the hands down, come on into all fours position. And then from there, just allow the hips to sit back. We'll come right into breath of joy. So either in kneeling position, or of course you can have the legs straight in front. Just feel for your best position. You're lifting the lengthen from the spine, space between the ribs and hips. Take the arms to the outside, and we'll go for a count of 27. So breathing in and exhale. And then let the hands rest. We will do 2 more rounds. Keep that space, ribs, hips. Feel yourself dropping through the sitting bones evenly. Shoulders back and open. We take 3 regular breaths in between. In and out through the nose, always in and out through the nose in our practice. And again, keeping that space. Chin is back slightly so the throat is open. Good. And then here we go, another round, 27, breathing in. And Sabine, you're probably done before I am. And just keep that lift in the rib cage. Speedy. And feel the shoulders back, feel the ribs squared. Uri Anabandha, so that's this place here. We tend to really soften the low back. When you lift from your spine, you can also pull the skin up here, and that will help to get a fuller breath because your diaphragm will have more space. Here we go, breathing in again. 16, 17, 18, breath of joy. Keep that in mind. Sorry, 2, 1, I'll just say that was 27, and then just coming back. Now feel the opening through the rib cage, take the arms to the outside, turn the thumbs down. Take the hands to the elbows, unless you can come into your reverse prayer. Press your palms back, lift from the rib cage, gazing up. Exhale, tuck. Stay with your breathing. Lengthening. Breath. Now keep that chin tucked. You are opening through the back of the neck especially. Keep the elbows pressing back. Keep that lift through the rib cage. Okay, excellent. And then you can let the arms release. We're going to take the hands in front again, coming into tabletop position, all fours. And then walk your left leg out and press the heel out. Now take that left leg across, gaze over towards that heel, press it back, really press, beautiful reach, and then you can come back. Take that right leg across, press the heel out, gaze to that heel as you lengthen out of the right hip, long through the back of the leg, the core is strong, a giggle helps. You can fake it. Press that right heel out. Now come on back and then come into your cat round. Now breathing in, dog tilt first, and then exhale and round, or this is also called cat-cow. And breathing in, gaze up. You're supposed to look like a cow at this moment. That's where your hips are really lifted, you're arched, then you exhale into your cat and you round. And 2 more, breathe in, gaze up, lift the eyes, arcing the back, and then exhale, round, breath. And the last one, inhale, lift the eyes, arc the back, open. And here we are, exhale, round. Wonderful. Now you can take the legs out and then lower to the floor. Take the hands right alongside the body. Now press the tops of the feet down and then press the hands down, palms up. Now press the tops of the hands down and to give you a little bit of a shovel to push you forward, to push you up rather. So you're going to press down the hands. There'll be more activation of your back. And you're going to lift the eyes and gaze ahead. Press the tops of the feet down. More than anything, breathe. Stay with the breathing as you press the tops of the feet down. Now take the legs up, press the hands down. Press the hands down. Get the legs really reaching out. Lift the rib cage, press the hands down actively. Eyes lifted, smiling so that you're not quite so tense in the throat. Not that you are. And keep the legs reaching up. Take the hands behind now, up. Reach towards the feet, the shoulders are down. Legs up and up and up. Like them, bring them a little wider, about 3 inches wider. And lift from the rib cage. Shoulders come forward, so we're not doing this, but forward. And you reach the legs out as you're gazing ahead. Keep the legs reaching, 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 reaching. Pull up from the core, breath, and then come down. Okay, now take the hands beside the chest. Inhale. Exhale very gently, child's pose back. Lengthen the spine. Release the forehead to the floor. Keep your palms reaching out actively as you lengthen through your spine. Stay breathing steadily. Breath. Excellent. And now come on back up. And here again, take the hands right underneath the shoulders. And we're going to tuck the toes under, do a downward dog. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, arc the back, rise into downward dog. And then walk the feet forward, so you're going to come into a forward bend. Feet are apart, hip width. Take your hands forward 1.5 feet, and then take your left leg straight up. Walk your hands back into the foot as you reach that left leg up and fold forward from the waist. The left leg is strong as you pull up through that right leg. And breath. And breath. And then come on down. Fold forward. Take the hands forward again, another 1.5 feet. Take that right leg out. Reach. So you want to get the leg as straight as you can. Walk the hands in, rather. Reach that right heel up, fold, fold, fold. Reach the leg, reach the leg, reach the leg as straight as you can. Straight as you can. One more breath. And then come on down. Feet apart and forward bend. Bring the arms around. Grab onto the backs of the legs. Pull the bum bones up as high as you can, breathing. Okay, now keep that activation of the bum bones really pulling up. Bend the knees slightly. Bring the chest in contact with the thighs if you can. Helps if you have big boobs. Let's be clear. Now then on your next inhale, come on up. Lift from the ribcage and we'll straighten your legs a bit. Come on all the way up. Lengthen, press the palms up. Now take the arms behind and then press the shoulder blades down. Lift up. Gaze up as you keep the shoulders sliding down. We're going to stay here for a minute. Now, if you need to keep the chin down, you can, absolutely. But keep the shoulder blades sliding down. We're not even lifting them out, we're more sliding down. In a moment, we're going to lift them out. Keep the breathing steady. This is really strengthening for the upper back. Also lower in a moment. Now we're going to step the feet to the outside edges of the mat. And then slide out with the wrists. Keep the lift of the rib cage. Keep the shoulders sliding down so you open through the chest, breathing steadily. I'm going to breathe with you. Keep the wrists reaching out. Keep the chest opening. Breathing. Breathing. Almost there. Breathing. Okay, great. And then let that head come forward. Now we're going to turn to the side, to your left side. Bring the legs right into straddle. Now take an inhale, gaze up, your chest is opening. Exhale, fold forward and bring the wrists over towards the head side. Send them over. Keep pulling up from the thigh muscles as you send the bum bones back. Pulling up from the core as the wrists come over. And you keep the hips back in order to keep the balance. And as your wrists reach over, I notice I always want to turn the head to get any kinks out from the back of the neck or the upper back. You'll often hear that cracky, crunchy sound. Remember, you're really close to the eardrums, you're not old. Keep the wrists reaching out. Keep the breathing steady. And then you can breathe in, come on up. Now take the hands down under your chin and lengthen the spine, gaze up. Now tip your bum up really, really high. Pull up through the thighs and then walk over towards that right leg. Take your left hand in front of the right foot approximately or as close as you can get. And then take the right arm up, turn, open through the chest, pull up through the bum. Inner thighs are actively lifting. And then come on back down. Here we go, come on over to the right. Press that right palm down. Lift, open through the chest, lift the rib cage. Lift, breath, breath. And then you can take that arm down. Now we're going to come back to the front leg. Turn the right foot out. Keep the back foot parallel. Take the right hand on the inside of that right foot. Bend the front knee to triangle that top left arm up. Lift from the rib cage. Then take the arm over in line with the ear. Lengthen out. Have a line from your back top hip to that palm. So you get a wonderful reach. Chest is open, breathing steadily. Breath. One more breath. Good. Take that hand down. Let's turn. Come on over to the left foot. Turn the left toes straight out. Back foot parallel. Take the left hand on the inside. Draw that right hip back. Bending the front knee, not quite to a right angle. So just to show you my knee, there's not quite a right angle, so you're not that far because you want to keep your back hip back. Opening through the chest. Breathing steadily. Draw that arm up. One more breath. The focus is on one spot with the eyes. That helps direct the breath and the spine. You're more calm. You take that right arm down. Now you're going to turn. Come on back to the front. And now straighten the front leg. Come up on the toes of the back foot. Reach and extend out over that right leg. Pull up from the right thigh. Breathing. Okay, now we're going to change legs. So take your right leg back. Take your left leg forward. Come out over that leg. You're up on the back foot, back toes, as you extend out over that straight left leg. You're breathing steadily, pulling up from that leg. Excellent. Okay, good. Now take the front leg, that front leg back. You're in your downward dog. And then you're going to walk your hands back. Bend your knees. Take your hands to your knees, palms pressed together. Lift from the spine, let your hips sit back. We're strengthening in through the legs. You think? Now, if you can take the arms in front, do keep the hips sitting back, remembering the feet are apart, and you're just gazing towards the hand. Now, come right into a little half a giggle. Now, you can take your hands down. We're going to walk the hands out. But I want you to keep your bum lifted and you've got your knees really bent. So you've got the bum lifting, so you're not straight. And that'll give you more lift from the rib cage. Okay. And then you can lower, bend the knees. Now come with the legs straight in front. And you can pull your bum back, get right onto the front of the bum bones. It's your bum. And then you can lift from the rib cage. Now lengthen from the spine. Exhale the hands behind. Come up onto fingertips. Take an inhale. Lift. Gazing up. The shoulders stand forward. Pull the toes back and reach the heels out. Keep pulling up from the core. Legs are active. Breathing. Breath. Now press the hands down. Press the feet down. Come high or a tiny bit off the floor. Keep the tailbone reaching out, open through the chest, let the head come back. Stay with your constant breathing. Breath, breath. And then you can gently lower. Come on all the way down. And then from here, take the hands right to the fronts of the shins. Take the toes up. Pull the body in so you're in a Pilates type of lift. Come into the core. And then you can take the legs up. Lift from the rib cage. Stay breathing steadily. And then you can extend the legs out. Now, if you need to hold on to the legs, you can. Otherwise, come into your little boat and keep lifted from the rib cage. Keep your chin back. Lengthen from the spine. Feel free to bend the knees, of course. Stay with your longest reach out through your feet. Keep the chin back, keeping the breathing constant. Breath, and then take the legs up again. See if you can hug at the front and have the toes up off the floor. Your shoulders are back. You're keeping that lift from the low back, so you keep rising. And then again, you can extend the legs forward. Oh, the day is coming. It always does. And you keep that lift of the rib cage. You keep the shoulders back, breathing constantly. Again, keep the chin in. Lengthen from the spine, breathing steadily into your little boat. 2 more breaths. Keep that rise of the rib cage. Keep the shoulders down. Breath is steady. Pull the legs in. Now round your spine and hug around one arm on top and let your head dangle. Now tuck it in, tuck the head, tuck the chin. Now I'm just going to show the next one. Pardon me, please be really careful with your back. As I mentioned, I have scoliosis and I sometimes find I cannot do this move because the back is too far out of alignment. So if you lift and you pull your legs in, you're going to need to use your core, which will tighten your low back. And then when you roll back, you can get a good boosted back. So you're coming up, and I know a lot of times you have to really build momentum and coming up. And you do a inhale to lift, exhale back. Oops, opposite, sorry. Inhale here, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. And we'll do 108 more. Breathe in, just kidding. Breathe in and exhale. 2 more. Breathe in, exhale, really energizing. Breathe in, exhale. Now take the soles of the feet together. Come into your lift of your low back. Now press the feet together so the knees can come out. And please know that as you practice this, depending on your sacroiliac joint, there's a very good chance you'll be able to get the knees out further. I wouldn't have believed it. But if you can get to the front of the spine and let your shoulders come back, and that will help you get that lift through the rib cage. Now extend forward from the waist and you keep the feet pressing together. So you got a really nice rise here. You're breathing steadily and you're lifting. You open through the chest. And then you can roll back. And we'll do the cobbler pose declining. So you can come all the way back. Take your arms out to the side. And I've got a squirrel trying to get in. Just let your whole body rest back. Have the soles of the feet pressing together. Do a little wobble side to side. Just a passive help of the stretch of the inner thighs. And then you can relax. Now take a big in-breath and stretch the arms up overhead. Reach through the fingertips so you get a wonderful length through your spine. I just have to check in one thing here. So you're getting your lift. And then just let the arms come down to the side of the body. Now bend the knees to the ceiling. Have the feet hip width apart. Take the right knee on top of the left knee. Bring the hips to the center. And then lift the upper body and pull the legs in. Stay with your breath. Breath. And then you can gently release. Great. Keep that right knee crossed and then tip over to your left. Gaze to the right. Draw that right shoulder blade back so you're opening through the chest and the rib cage. Come on into a full circle with that right arm. Take an in-breath as the arm comes up, exhaling down. And again, you're staying with your breathing. Steady breath. Excellent. And then come on in the other direction. Again, breathing. One more breath as you round. And then take that arm up and back on the diagonal and press the palm back and really reach out. So you have your hand to the ceiling palm and the back of the arm is pressing down. And just do any little wiggling you need to do. Now you can breathe in, draw all the way back up. Bring the legs in. Tuck your chin slightly. Tiny rock, side to side. And then you can gently release the legs. Uncross. Settle for a moment. Let your arms rest to the side. Let your shoulders go. Let everything release. Now, something that I do on almost every pose is I'll do a pull in of the core of the Uddiyana Bandha, that pull of the lock up here, And I'll do that to just release any area of the back that could press back further. And having done that now, maybe for about 15 years, I find what it is it's like it roils out. It's like when you seal an envelope and then you press it down, the part that you've licked. It's like you're pressing that area down, and I find I do that throughout the day all the time now. So it's if you can see, it's like the pull is tight. It's like a pull down. So I'll just pull the abdominal wall, and you said that I'm just about to be punched in the stomach for some reason. And that helps, again, to press the back and any part of the vertebrae that are holding up, which my body does, helps to press it back, and my chest goes open. And I do that all the time through the day, and I crack vertebrae, so it's really fun. And it really helps to keep the vertebrae spaces in alignment. Okay, let's take the opposite knee up, crossing over, lift the torso, pull the legs in, let the elbows bend as you pull in. Stay with your breathing. And then you can gently release, and now take the arms over to the side. Take this left arm into full circle. In breath constantly in and out. And again, really reach the arm out. Come on in the other direction. Stay with your breathing. Breath. Good, and then take that arm out. You can gaze to that side. Let that left shoulder draw back. Steady breath. Excellent. One more deep breath. Great. And now draw the legs back. You can uncross that left leg. Just have your feet hip width apart. And then pressing into the feet, take the arms alongside the body. Coming into a pelvic lift, into a bridge, and send the tailbone out. Move the hands down towards the feet if you can. And then send the tailbone away. Keep pressing on the inner thighs. And just make sure the shoulder blades come back. Now, this is the same emphasis that I was doing earlier where you're doing the pelvic tilt forward. So this is a form of back bend. I wonder if you can turn the thumbs out so palms are in a cupping. And then see if you can get the hips so high that you can take your elbows under. And then you can cup the hips as you press the elbows down. And the feet keep pressing away. And the elbows, as I said, press down. And you're lifting from the rib cage. The head is pressing straight back. There's a gap under the neck so the chin does not tuck. And you keep your breathing. Breathing in and out. Keep pressing into the feet. Breath. And then you can gently release the bum. Come on down and pull the legs in wide. And do a gentle rock side to side. Stay with your breathing. In and out through the nose. And then you can let your heels drop. Lengthen your legs. Let the legs really reach out. Pull the toes back. Spread the toes. So good for the fascia of the feet. I wish people would spread their toes regularly. It's really important for the tops of the feet, which is also your shins and ankles. And then point the toes really strongly. Really strongly. And pull back again. Spread the toes. Reach the heels out. And then point the toes, point the toes, point the toes. And then soften. And let your feet just roll out. Now come into your Shavasana. Come into the lying relaxation. We have 4 whopping minutes because I wanted to give you a little extra time. And I have to read a poem to you, which I'm going to fetch because it's not right here. So come into your Shavasana. I'll be disappearing, but you'll hear my voice. And we're going to keep letting your entire body rest back. She is a nurse writer that spends many of her time creating clothes and I think her greatest gift is that she brings to us latest discoveries, everything from body research, the study of invention, the study of what it is to be a genius, what it is to use your potential. And so because of that, she's become one of my favorite people to tune into. And this is a young poet's love letter to the earth. And I'm going to just read her narrative. She says, to make anything, a photograph, a theorem, a poem, is to toss a handful of wildflower seeds into the wind, knowing neither the type of soil they will land in, nor the location of the landscape, nor the type of flowers that will bloom. And here is the poem. Singularity by Marie Howe. And it was written after Stephen Hawking passed away. Do you sometimes want to wake up to the singularity we once were? So compact, nobody needed a bed, food, or money. Nobody hiding in the school bathroom or home alone, pulling open the drawer where the pills are kept. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you, remember? There was no nature, no them, no tests to determine if the elephant grieves her calf, or if the coral reef feels pain. Trashed oceans don't speak English or Farsi or French. What that we could wake up to what we were when we were ocean. And before that, to when sky was earth, and animal was energy, and rock was liquid, and stars were space, and space was not. At all. Not at all, nothing. Before we came to believe humans were so important, before this awful loneliness, can molecules recall it? What once was, before anything happened? No I, no we, no one, no was, no verb, no now. Only a tiny, tiny dot brimming with is, all, everything, home. And that's Marie Howe, Singularity. And she wrote it just after Stephen Hawking passed. So gently take a nice deep breath to come out of Shavasana and draw the knees into the chest. Do a lovely little rock side to side. Poetry is one of the most important things in the whole world. And at any moment, if you find a poem, if you find a line that you can keep with you or put on the fridge or tape on your wall with painter's tape, it's just the most delightful thing to return to when you need it. And then you can gently roll to your left side, draw up to see the position, and you are done.